What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Root. So I'm going to review a 2013 mixtape by 9lives. Basically this product is called the Lifeline Mixtape and it supposedly came out in the winter of 2013. So the promotion about this product, this is kind of a miss like the vacation run that I'm doing with this particular channel for a while as far as what's first going to happen. So this is one that was not necessarily a request but was something that I've had on the back burner for like a good while as far as what's first going to happen. I look with all the stuff I had scheduled, pitches like that, I realized I probably wouldn't have gotten to this album in the normal sense until probably 2026 or further within some of those pitches. So I'm going to go ahead and get to it. Then the aspect behind it is because the pitch behind it just was so far in the back burner. But I looked within the pitch. I discovered this cat in the winter of 2025 pitches like that. Kind of within the fair, and just to say, like, I'm not as full. The details about this mixtape are pretty minimal. It seemed like most of this mixtape has been purged as far as those fairs can happen. Basically, this cat's YouTube is not really as commonplace available within the pitch. This cat's YouTube channel does not have much left to it as far as those fairs can happen. But apparently, this mixtape. I don't know why the album artwork would have been created if the mixtape was not completed. So I want to say within the pitch, there's at least 5 songs off this mixtape. I don't know how many full-bound songs were on this mixtape in its original format, but I want to say it came out in like the winter of 2013, judging by like the album cover being more snowy on like the road that it is as far as what's fair's going to happen. Just pitches like that, and I look within the aspects and saying on top of that the promotional run for it, like he dropped a bunch of singles in the fall of 2012, so some of those type pitches just within the format. But I look after here, really looked like a classic mixtape. I definitely had to say I recommend all 5 of the songs that are still available from this product, and I would have to question if there were more to it. If it definitely had some availability, that'd be pretty excellent. I would definitely say if folks can find records from this, if there's any folks out there, I know within the tangent behind it, the likelihood behind it seems less likely, but if there is some possible way of getting the availability of this product again, I would definitely say ship hold it and get it more out there to like the public eye again, because there's definitely some excellent type here. Just the pitch, this cat was pretty dope. Now realizing the concept behind this 9lives cat, I don't know how active he is now. He has not updated his YouTube since probably 2013 pitches like that, so it's been quite a while. But I looked at them pitches as far as saying just the concept that he only has 120 subscribers within some of those pitches, so it's just the fair as far as saying it seems like the art form of this particular product and things amongst it are kind of long lost. But I looked at them pitches for saying he did have an active Facebook page until 2016, so it's just within the fair as far as saying there's some pitches here. Just within the aspect as far as getting towards it. So I just would I'll go ahead and say that this mixtape, judging by what's left over from it, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. Now, I look within the pitch and me just question as the complete fair as to how many tracks are on this mixtape, all the details about it, pitches like that. It just had some cool atmospheres about it. Like I was saying, the particular way I found this product was just searching for Deuce 9lives stuff back in the winter 2025 pitches like that, just an aspect as far as saying the pickups behind finding a bunch of 9lives type songs, and then this just happened to cross paths with this, and I said, damn, this looks pretty dope within the pitch behind it. So it's just the excellent type fair. Deuce had a lot of leftover songs around this time in 2011, 2012, some of those type pitches as well. He had I want to say, I'm almost thinking within certain senses that the 9lives group that Deuce was a part of probably did actually have other projects within some of those pitches. I know at least some of the individual members did. I don't know if Truth did, but I think at least there was a cat named Slice, some of those type folks. Or it may be Slice, it may be Surge, don't really remember his full bound, but it's just some pitch as far as saying, but this is some excellent type fair, just finding an offshoot of some of these particular type fairs just within the pitch behind it. So definitely appreciate the product of it, but it's some real kind of excellent. So I look after here, so yeah, the lead single out this product is Losing My Mind within those pitches, excellent type fair. It's looking within the aspect here, but yeah, just to say the 5 songs that are still available would be Losing My Mind, Mathematics, Hopeless, No Bitchin', and Go Deeper. So within these products, basically just talk about all these, simple enough to say like this product gets a 10 out of 10, but Losing My Mind, it's like a brooding kind of workaday pain to kind of get here, just a good jelly roll vibes about this particular song, just talking about the rap oriented jelly roll that kind of did pitches like that, like Whiskey, Weed, and Waffle House back in like the early 2010s, the mid 2010s pitches like that. I mean, it kind of has like some country brush about it, but just within pitch, this 9lives cat's pretty damn similar to 9lives cat is pretty damn similar to Jelly Roll within those pitches. I had to say this like a good Sunset Pier kind of song, just one pitch. Not so much gazy in terms of like a more jovial type way, but just kind of a pure, just kind of like anguish about it, just kind of, but then more of like a negative connotation. I'd say just kind of a turmoil type song, good for some smoke as far as what's first happens. So just within the pitch, so then format a typical kind of Orange Skies kind of Dredge, just with the aspect of just smoking up in like the evening air, some of those type formats within it. Just kind of an embrace of getting towards those tones. It's kind of some makeshift contemplate within those particular formats of it. So it's just to miss like the pitch, and this is particularly good for mixtape type fare, just some pitch, because this is really low key, just within the sense behind it. When you think of particular folks that were just kind of more hungry and on the come up pitches like that, just with the affluence behind it. But this is a pretty chilling type album cover. Definitely appreciate the pitch. I question how large this particular cat got back in his prime and how many other mixtapes he might have had some of those particular type fares. I question what particularly happened with this folk as far as this pitch can have. Nine Lives has some pretty dope stuff on here. It's kind of a pitch of just getting like a good evening dredge type one. It's kind of a mixtape makeshift type grab that gets you through the dredge of it as far as those fares can have. So that's a good nice one. No Bitchin' is a quality one as well. Now basically there were 4 singles out of this product, at least within the tones. These are the particular ones. The only song that's not a single is just particularly Go Deeper as far as what's supposed to happen. That's the only album cut from here. It's the only album cut from here, but just to be able to say No Bitchin' is like a jovial kind of pop rap jingle to kind of get within these aspects. Has a nice, song is like a nice peppy push along, I'd have to say here within the pitch behind it. Brushy change of pace from like rougher type fare within aspects for those first gaps. So this is a familiar type production fare. Ariana Grande with her The Way. I think the song is called The Way from her 2013 album, Yours Truly. Some of those type pitches. The song that has Mac Miller on there has the same beat production and just the way the arrangement kind of is within that particular single. I love The Way You Make Me Feel, that particular song by Ariana Grande. It's also a song that Natalie Alvarado did back in 2006. It's a particular one. I don't know if full bound Ariana Grande jacked it from Natalie, but it's just one pitch as far as saying it's a pretty popular one within the pitch behind it. But I don't know if Natalie was one of the first ones to kind of particularly do a sample that production fare. It's probably from like a 70s or 60s, 80s song somewhere within those pitches, but it is a pretty popular one. It's kind of a pretty just atmospheric type one. It's kind of like a nice pop rap jingle that just reminds of something that Mariah Carey would have done, definitely within those pitches. That's particularly the fare that particular production sample reminds me of within most pitches. But I like the particular flip just because it's kind of a format of getting like a mixtape version of this song, kind of the format as far as saying like if Mac Miller would have done this particular song, I question how he would have done it without Ariana Grande. But it's just the pitch as far as saying the Nine Lives particular pulls out the song the way he had the format to talk about no bitching within the concept of this. Be happy with your welfare check, some of those type pitches within the format of it, just kind of aspect as far as saying just kind of the tone of like turning it into like some hustler's grit and just kind of hop into it within the fair's bond. So it just has that particular atmosphere or just kind of within a push along just in a more gritty type fashion. Mathematics is a quality one. It's like an outback and late day kind of summer drag along, I'd have to say here. Just a neighborhood trek, I'd have to say, within pitches like that. Just some snack run and kind of map out type fare within pitch. So this one has like a little bit of summer fare just within the pitch behind it. Mathematics just really feels like some junkyard music picks. Mathematics just really feels like some junkyard type music pitches like that, just within the fares of the, like that particular atmosphere, just more outback kind of within a more country fried type sense pitches like that. So some good type fare. This is a little bit more summer fried compared to the rest of this particular album. But I guess more or less this album is really kind of differential from like the album cover type fare within pitch. Not to say like that's the bad thing within the concept, but it just kind of has more summer evening kind of jazz. That's good 3 songs in here. I'd say Mathematics, Hopeless, Losing My Mind. Some of these type pitches have a little bit more summer dredge about within the aspect with some good type tones just within tone as far as like that 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock p.m. type dredge. This one pitch probably Mathematics a little bit more 3:45, 3:15 some of those type fares, but just a good kind of neighborhood trek pitches like that of just going for like a long walk to pick up like a good like tropical swisher sweet, one of those menthol green type ones pitches like that. Some of those type fares are just like the aspect of getting like a blueberry swisher, some of those type forms. Just one pitch, just some good type fares for that. Hopeless is a nice one as well. This is a good combo with Losing My Mind. I had to say it's like a good heroin dredge kind of get here. Once again, goes with Losing My Mind pitches like that. It's like a good concept. This is a contemplative type song within the pitch behind it. Just some hustler's makeshift kind of pain as far as what's supposed to happen. So this one has a little bit more push along though. Hopeless just has a little bit more in between kind of conduit type fashion than Losing My Mind. I feel like Losing My Mind is just more in like a banner type single type format. It's definitely an attention grab. It's kind of like an evening dredge type version, something from Recovery or something Jelly Roll would have done like the mid 2010s. But just the pitch behind Hopeless is just a little bit more of like a conduit type fashion, a disc, kind of like that, kind of where you would, kind of like in a movie where you'd hear the instrumental where they just kind of hop to it and fast forward some of those type pitches within the pitch behind it. Just the aspect as far as saying, just kind of like transit, it feels like kind of transit type music of just getting towards the money, some of those type pitches, of just snapping to it and getting back on the bustle and pitches like that, just kind of realizing that there's some stuff coming with it. I mean, I realize within the concept of this song is talking about the hopelessness within the factor of it, but it's just kind of the pitch as far as saying, this is kind of like a hustler's grit type album within the pitch behind it as far as what's first going to happen. At least the makeup of what I've seen within some of these type of songs on here. Definitely songs like Hopeless, Mathematics, and No Bitch, and definitely have those particular type fares, and probably Losing My Mind as well. Pretty much the fare behind it. So the the only real true recreational song out of the 5 songs that are left over is just Go Deeper within songs type pitches. These other ones just have the form of this, like I was saying about Hopeless, just kind of some transit type moments that just kind of realizing you have to snap to it, some of those type of PLs. But Go Deeper is a nice one on here, and some of these songs do have guests on them, pitches like that. It's a good type fare. I want to say on his YouTube it actually depicts some of these folks as far as them having further type music, so I might have to look into some of those type folks in the future. But just being able to say that Go Deeper is a quality one. It's like a glissy kind of mixtape car commerce noise kind of get within these acts. Go Deeper is like a glissy kind of mixtape car commerce noise kind of get within these aspects here. Just some outing rumination, I'd have to say, just kind of how I roll type music pitches like that. It has supposed just kind of a stunt bop within some of those type tones. When I say how I roll type music, just the basic aspect of showing you my sort of town. When I say how I roll type music, I mean showing you my side of town pitches like that. Just kind of the format as to how some of those aspects would kind of happen. Just kind of in this particular type neighborhood, some of those particular aspects about it is kind of outing rumination, just kind of on the go pitches like that. Just kind of vehicle noise, some of those type fares of this. Basic kind of glissy type fare, just within a more low key type sense. So just within format, not so much cake into the point of just rolling in the dough pitches like that, having 3 or 4 vehicles, some of those type aspects, but just within the tone as far as maybe just kind of simple standard job at like Subway or KFC, some of those type places within the format of it, just typical type bops of just being amidst like the mixtape and kind of Datpiff mixtape type format within some of those type aspects. It's a part of like the Hustler's makeshift, but just within the standard just low key type most and more in an in between type fashion, and just cruise alongs that are not so much pizzazzful within the aspect. I mean it's stunt. This is a stunt bop. It's just kind of the pitch of just having it more in like a plainer type aspect. It's not in your face kind of banner, just like rave kind of Friday night. Just more kind of just blase, more kind of vanilla and kind of typical kind of Wednesday type music within the fair. So just like get alongs with vehicle wise stuff, I'd say within the fashion. So good type tone. But I look after here, so that this mixtape gets 10 out of 10. The social score I'll probably give more or less maybe like a 9.75, because the pitch behind it, I would say the aspect this mixtape probably should have still been available, and I'd say probably I definitely think this mixtape should have still been available, and from the songs that were shown it has some good aspects here. Now it makes me question if there were any turn up type songs within fashion. I like the stunt song and Go Deeper on here, but it makes me question if there was like a night venue songs and pitches like that, like a posse track or like some smokish type songs pitches, some of those type fares. I did see at least 4 songs for like the evening dredge. That's the main theme of like the songs that are still left over, is just like this hustler's grid and like an orange skies kind of dredge of just like smoking in like a particular kind of evening of just like got done with things, or just the midst the wrap up of like some last moment things kind of get taken care of, just the product of that particular fair, and just kind of some snack run type tracks pitches like that for like the format of it. So it's good type of appeal. But the leftovers that are still available nowadays will probably leave you hungry for like the format of wondering what this mixtape particularly was about and what the product and how potent it kind of was. So it's just a pitch as far as sense. That's the only reason to get a 9.75, but I probably likely would have to say I probably would have enjoyed far more songs off this product. Question how many there were. Like I said, if you have this mixtape in some sort of availability, if you download it, I would definitely say let's get this back available. Let's try to get towards it. If you see this particular review or something like that, you know who 9 Lives is, some of those type fares. So it's a good type pitch, but the unfortunate thing is in terms of the future, that 9 Lives, the rapper that has this YouTube with these songs up, has not been around since early 2013 or some of those type fares. So it's just one of the pitch as far as saying it's just the aspect behind it. But like I said, let's try to get this product back to and the availability behind it. But if not, it's still some excellent type stuff here. This is a classic within the relative aspects of what was shown from it. Definitely recommend it easily enough, and it is worth fucking with and downloading some of these songs just to have like some pretty dope low key type stuff that just feels like KFC work kind of. This project feels like KFC type music, which is excellent type appeal.